Hi guys, it's Jamie from Kai's Peekaboo Paranormal. I just wanted to say hi. I'm going to drop this video. It's not like a ghost hunt. It is a story of mine, which I haven't really told much people. And it did happen a while back, like 12 years, maybe more back. But it's something like I will never forget. And man, I wish so much I had documented it back then. I mean, I was into ghost adventures. I just didn't think that documenting was something, I don't know, just never crossed my mind. Like, I never thought I would have a YouTube channel, and here I am with a YouTube channel. So, yeah, so just kind of want to tell you the story of it. And no, you won't be seeing my face the whole time throughout this video. I'm not a very big person on videoing myself, much less my voice. So this is kind of new for me. But yeah, let's see how this goes. And so yeah, let me tell you about the story. I was living on Oahu at the time, working at the hotels down there. And in my job, like, I was the number one banquet captain. So I'd have to wake up early for functions and stuff. I always got like the first shift, so to speak, because I was number one. So I was able to pick and choose which shifts I wanted, and I chose the first shift. And it was early enough to where, I'd get up 2 o'clock in the morning and get ready and then go to work. We were living in an apartment and in Honolulu, like, like not too far from Waikiki. So I was across the alawai of Waikiki. And we were on the top floor, which was the 7th floor, and just had the cats at that time. We had 3 cats. But, so I remember waking up one morning and brushing my teeth in the mirror. And it was a 1-bedroom apartment. And in the bathroom, like the mirror, it reflected like our doorway, the bedroom doorway, and then had the hallway. And brushing my teeth, I already had like, my 2 huge mugs of coffee, so I was already up as can be. And I'd like brush my tongue, rinse my mouth out, come back up, and standing, like I could see through the reflection of the mirror, standing in the doorway was this little girl. She looked to be about maybe 6, 7 years old. And yeah, she was just standing there looking at me, like no expression on her face. I just, like long black hair off to the sides here, straight black hair. Her facial complexion like was white, and I mean, it scared the living daylights out of me to the point, I quick turned around and looked, and no one was there. It was just darkness. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, so there was no light coming out of our bedroom at that time. And yeah, so, I kind of didn't think anything of it. And then, thinking like, right, maybe just kind of, I don't know, hallucinating, I don't know. I mean, I didn't think much of it, but I still kept thinking about it throughout the day. And, I came home from work, look in the mirror, kind of checking out, like, what could it have been that I could have saw? Nothing. So, yeah, next morning, I had like worked the 5 o'clock a.m. shifts or 4 o'clock in the morning shifts. So get up, make my coffee, drink my coffee, play on the computer. I used to play Word while I'm back down all the time. And then go to brush my teeth. And again, boom, little girl standing in the mirror. Quick, I turn around, gone. I can't see her with my own eyes, but I can see her through the reflection of the mirror. Same little girl, same exact expression, gone. So this was happening like every morning for a couple weeks. And, excuse me, it got to the point where after like, I think the fourth day, I started telling her good morning and then turn around quick and she's not there, So that was like our pleasantries, our exchanges was, I'd see her in the mirror, I'd started telling her good morning, and that was it, but I'd always like turn around to look if she was actually standing in the doorway. And it became, I don't know, and then she was gone. Couple weeks, I was seeing her every morning religiously. She was there. And then she was gone. She just stopped coming. I wouldn't see her. But I started noticing, like, waking up and seeing, like, I'd get ready in the bathroom and change my shirt. And on my stomach, I'd have scratches. It was like 3 scratches. And it was like, no possible way that my fingers are going to make those weird scratches. It's just like, I know what my scratches look like when I scratch. I have an itch and I scratch or something. Like, there's no possible way. Anybody who's been scratched knows that there's no possible way you could have made those scratches, just the way they look. So, yeah, just weird scratches was on my stomach, on my legs, and the cat slept with us, but they never scratched me like that. And I would, like, they were gentle cats. It was just strange. Then it was one morning I got up, took off my shirt in front of the mirror, getting dressed, and I see a handprint on my stomach. And, I'm looking up at the mirror and I'm looking down at my stomach and I'm going with my hand. And, my hand was too big for my stomach, for that marking. So I like made my hand smaller, and like kind of put it there. And it was a child's hand imprinted on my stomach. That pretty much blew my mind. I was like, holy moly. But again, I didn't think to grab the camera and take a picture. I wish I did. Oh my, that would have been awesome. Other weird stuff were happening too. Like not sleep paralysis, but I fell asleep and it was like I couldn't breathe. Like somebody was holding me down. And in my head, I was picturing this like old man or something like standing over me in bed and holding me down, like physically holding me down and pressing down on my chest, and I freaked out and I was like, leave me the F alone. You have no business touching me. So I knew that part, that like they need permission or you need to tell them like sternly, no, they can't touch you. They're not supposed to touch you. So that was it. Like, but around during that time as well, like I had gotten Brutus, and he was a puppy. And, didn't really think anything, and he was a handful. I mean, he was Parsons Russell, so yeah, he got a lot of my attention and time. He turned out to be an awesome dog. But one night I was like thinking, I was like, I haven't had like any weird paranormal stuff happen in a while. I haven't seen the girl, I haven't seen anything, and yeah, I'll admit I was drinking, so I got like one of the apps I had, like it gave you like, to like psychic kind of stuff. So I went and did some research and I got in touch with a psychic. And, I'm all like, I believe in psychics, but I know there's hacks out there. So I wanted the psychic to tell me what I was going through. And the spirits and stuff. And so, you know, I like engaged in conversations, and then, you know, I said, you know, I think that there's a ghost around me, or, you know, and she's like, oh, there is. And I was like, okay, can you explain her to me? Like, describe her to me? And she described that ghost to a T. You know, she said it's a little girl, around 6, 7 years old, Asian, you know, and I was like, oh, like, I'm part Japanese. So, you know, I was like, well, what does she want? And she was like, well, why don't you ask her? And I was like, well, I thought when you communicate with them, you open up doorways. And she was like, well, it's already open. They already know that they can come to you. And I'm like, well, what does she want? And she was like, she's looking for her mom. I was like, well, I hope she doesn't think I'm her mom. But so I asked, you know, I was like, well, I haven't seen her in a while. You know, how come she hasn't come around? And she was like, oh, she's afraid of your dog. And I was just like, boom, mind blown. Hello. Because, you know, Brutus was still a puppy. And I don't know how she knew. I mean, the psychic like was right on. It was crazy. You know, I mean, she could even tell me the furniture in our apartment. But yeah, it was like, so since getting Brutus, you know, nothing happened. And then, like, I've moved from Oahu. I'm on the Big Island now. Not many people know this, but, well, I've been here for, like, about maybe 5, 6 years now. I grew up, born and raised here, but, you know, I moved away. And then I came back, and unfortunately, when I moved back, for physical job, you know, I ended up getting hooked onto pain pills, and it pretty much took over my whole life. I mean, granted, I was functioning druggy, you know, but it closed everything off, and I think it closed off that openness to the other side, so to speak. And I remember when, like, making the decision to quit and all the excuses that came with it, you know, it was, oh, but if I quit, then I'm going to start seeing ghosts again, you know, and, oh, they're going to start bothering me again, you know, and, I mean, it was just one excuse after the other. And then I promised Brutus that I would quit, and, yeah, I'm going on almost 2 years of quitting. So opening back up to that world, like, I'm like, my third eye is reopening again, you know. I'm becoming more and more open and perceptive to it. So on with the ghost hunt, you know, I mean, that was like the whole thing. And even with the reason why I started doing this, it was like, if you've seen my other videos, you know, the pictures that were unexplainably taken on my phone. I still didn't think to document really anything. The pictures I took in the bakery of that little dog there, you know, still again, didn't think to document, like, you know, like, put it out there. It was more for my own views, I guess, and friends and family. It wasn't until when Brutus passed away and Baxton, he, like, at night when we'd be sleeping or lying down, you know, because the dogs know that after a certain time at night, they're not allowed out. It's bedtime, you know, no past curfew, it's bedtime. And Baxton started acting strange. He wouldn't want to go in the spot he would usually go to, and that was Brutus's spot before. And, you know, he'd kind of just stare at that area, and that area is by me. And I'm like, come on, Bax, let's go. It's okay, you know. And he'd kind of like look at me like, but mommy, help me. And so, you know, or I'd wake up in the middle of the night and he'd be out on the floor, and I'm like, why are you on the floor? I've never seen you sleep on the floor before, you know. And so I'd kind of joke with my grandma that, oh, I think Brutus is kicking him off the bed, you know, because them two, they didn't get along too well. And, you know, towards the end, Baxton started getting to be too much of a bully when Brew was, you know, because Brew was alpha. And he got sick and blind and, yeah, you know, so I don't know if Baxton felt he could charge in and take the role of alpha, which that's not going to happen. But, you know, or the jealousy of the fact that because Brew was my baby. So yeah. But after that, you know, so that's when I was like, that's it. I'm going to start documenting this. I want to see if Brutus is around and if he's visiting me. I mean, I miss that kid, like, so much. So I got the camcorder, like a cheapy one, and IR light, and started recording myself, and then that's where Brutus appeared on my head, you know, behind my head. And I just wanted to show you, like, this meshy, baggy thing. It's all, like, tattered, but it's, like, calming for me, so that's what I use. Like, I rub this before I go to sleep, and this puts me to sleep. But so this is what it was, right? So let me see, how was I? So if it was this way, I was doing this, like, I put it out, and so I still don't see how this can look like my dog in any way. But yeah, so there's my story, and hope you guys like it, and you guys got to see what I look like regular. No makeup on, by the way. Decided, you guys, you know, when I go ghost hunting, I'm not going to be wearing makeup all the time. So if I do wear makeup, you know, it's not what I'm out for. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the story. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, please, please subscribe to this channel if you're watching this video. Give it a like, share if you want to, and you know what, give it a like if you like the video. I'm not going to tell you guys like it, but you know, and some subs would be awesome. And anyway, yeah, hopefully I can get out here and get some videos going, like some investigations, looking for some paranormal. But to all my subs, I have 7 right now. Thank you guys so much for subbing. Thank you everyone for watching. Aloha, and yeah, stay haunted. Bye.